ready to roll. Okay, so we'll start on our back today. So let's meet on our back today for our slow flow practice. And you're gonna have your yoga block handy because we're actually gonna put our yoga block under the nape of our neck here in a moment. But let's just start laying flat like you're in Savasana to begin. And let yourself just feel heavy to the surface, coming on down as we arrive to our practice for today. Enjoying this beautiful space that we're gonna create together from all across the globe. Here in our slow flow, next level yoga community flow. So as you're lying down on your back, let's allow ourselves to anchor into our breath first, as always. So collectively, let's take a nice big inhalation through your nose. And take a long exhale out the mouth. Let the body be heavy to the surface. Big inhalation through your nose. Exhale out the mouth, soften, relax, breathe it out. Let the body be heavy to the surface. One more time, big breath in. Feel the lungs expand, the ribs expand. Exhale, release it. From here, lightly seal your lips and allow for the inhalation and the exhalation just to come in and out through your nose. We'll use that Ujjayi pranayama to move us through our practice today, build a little bit of heat from the inside out. Use that to link our breath to our movements in our slow flow experience. And as you're beginning to settle in, maybe bringing to mind an intention or right from your heart today, an intention for your practice. And holding that intention in your heart, maybe just start to wiggle your head to the left and to the right, just kind of like you were just kind of like waking up. And then you can add the arms in just like you're waking up. Take your arms over your head, just like a nice big good morning stretch. Maybe even you get a yawn. And I want you to grab your yoga block, and we're going to place the yoga block on the second height. The second height is the normal option, right? If you're a little bit, if it's too much, just go on the first height. So on the second height, and you're going to place the back of your neck, nape of your neck, right here onto this yoga block, right? So the block is kind of propping my head up, and I can feel the edge of the yoga block pressing into the back of my neck. So it kind of feels like there's pressure there, like there's pressure here, of course. And we're allowing the block just to support the weight of the head, allowing the head to be heavy onto this yoga block. It's as if we were just kind of creating a little bit of space between the vertebrae there and the cervical spine. Feeling fully supported, like you're in Savasana, but just with the yoga block underneath there. Let it be comfy, and don't dig it in. Like, don't put the yoga block on like an angle so you can dig in there into your neck. We'll get there later. Just let yourself be heavy here. And then if you like, just like we did when we woke up, let's just rock our head to the left and to the right. So it's like you're giving yourself just a little bit of massage there in your neck. Letting the back of the head just rest down onto this block. Again, if it doesn't feel super comfy, maybe flip it onto the first height. If you ever have a hard block, like a cork block, make sure that you put like a blanket over it. But I think everybody on this call has, on the live class anyway, has a foam block. But if you have a cork block, put a blanket over your block. Just like you're giving yourself a little massage as you're waking up to this beautiful practice today, wherever this finds you. Releasing bits of tension. You can pause into any area of the rock to the right or the left just to let go and soften. Keep the shoulders settled. Notice if you're clenching your butt cheeks. Notice if you're clenching up through your back. Let yourself be heavy, supported with your breath. So just getting a little self-massage and a little myofascial release here through our neck to begin our experience today, as we'll create some freedom space here through our neck and our shoulders. Notice the quiet of this practice in this moment. Then I'll invite you to remove the yoga block when you're ready. Let the back of the head come back down onto the surface and hug your knees into your chest. And as you hug your knees to your chest, you can rock a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. Feel that easy little release there as the blood flow comes back into the neck, noticing the areas of sensation that you're feeling, right? And I like to consider like the sensation is just information. Noticing if there's any tingling, any sensations running down the arms and the referral lines of your arms is totally normal. Start to make little circles with your hips, maybe if you haven't already. Maybe left hand on your left shin, right hand on your right shin, and then separate your knees. Kind of like you were thinking about going to happy baby, but you're not. And you're just going to make some tractor circles there with your knees separated, each leg moving on its own, moving out to in or in to out for the first round. Just checking out what's going on in the hips this morning or this day. Could be the evening whenever you're finding this on recording, just opening up. And take a little pause. Go the opposite direction with the legs, just going the other way, flowing it around and releasing bits of tension here. Gently bring the knees together, shift your hips over to the right and inch or two, move into a little spinal twist. Using your left hand, drawing the right knee over the body, come into an easy spinal twist. Don't crank it down, right? Just let your right arm extend out to the side, soften to the back of your right shoulder. Continuing to allow the body to be heavy to the surface and maybe even moving the neck and gazing over towards your right thumb. Come on back through center, nice and easy. Hug both knees into your chest. Shimmy your hips the opposite direction a couple of inches, so hips go off to the left. Use your right hand on top of your left knee and draw the knee over the body. Right knee comes down, left arm to the side. Notice if this is a little bit different for your left shoulder to come down towards the surface. Right, the sides of the body may be experiencing the sensation differently. It may feel totally different based on an affected area in your body, and that's okay. Just breathe in that same positive intention into both sides. Breathing in the sweet release to both sides. Together, we'll come back through center. Hug your knees to your chest, and then we'll take a little rock up and down on your spine. Nice and simple and easy. Give yourself a little massage there. If that doesn't feel good, just come to Sukhasana in an easy seat. We'll eventually meet in a Sukhasana, finding a nice, comfortable seated position with a tall spine and crossed legs. Take a moment to breathe in deeply as you feel a nice, tall, erect spine. Feel the lungs expand, the ribs expand. Breathe out through the nose, that'll soften. Hands to thighs, start to make some circles. Just moving around, forward, back, and around, opening up through our low back, our hips, our knees. Maybe even down into the ankles as we press a little weight over, as the shins press down onto the ankles. Take a little pause. Let's go the opposite direction. Nice, easy, simple, moving the other way. Next time we're going to come up to a nice, tall, erect spine. I'm going to invite you to take your left hand, so left hand around your back. You're just going to reach towards your right inner thigh. Maybe you'll grab the inner thigh, maybe you won't. That's okay. And then you can let your right hand, if it doesn't work, you can kind of take your right hand, or excuse me, your left hand and grab your right arm. So it'd be something like this, like you're just grabbing onto your arm. Sometimes that's a little bit easier. Instead of grabbing for the inner thigh, you just grab onto the arm. And then you're just going to take a nice, easy little lean of the neck. So as you grab here, and let the chin come down towards the chest, then nice and simple and easy, you're going to bring your right ear over your right shoulder. You could shake your head a little bit. Yes. You could shake your head a little bit side to side. Just creating a little bit of freedom space there from the shoulder up to your neck. into the facial muscles, maybe even opening the jaw and closing it a few times. Then we'll come back to center, switch up the arms. So your right hand's going to wrap around and grab for your left inner thigh or grab onto your left forearm if you just let your arm by your side. Biting your chin down towards your chest and slowly guiding your left ear over your left shoulder. Same thing on this side. Continuing to soften your right shoulder down, breathing in and out through your nose and shaking your head a little yes. And shaking your head a little side to side. No, I will not hold that tension today, and I will allow myself to let it go. Come on back to center. Invite both arms up to the sky as you breathe in. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up. Pressing the ceiling away, maybe a little lift to your chest, kind of like a dog spine. And then gently take your hands down, roll over your knees. Let's invite ourselves into child's pose, Balasana. So coming on into your child's pose as you extend your arms forward. Let the forearms, so the forearms can be on the surface if you want a more passive stretch through your shoulders. If you want a more active stretch through your shoulders, you keep relaxing your hips to your heels, of course, but you just come onto the top of your finger pads, lifting the palms from the surface and allow the sensation to run from the tops of the shoulders, to the upper arms, to the elbows, to the lower arms, to the wrists, to the palms, to the fingers. And wherever you are is perfect, or anywhere in between. And you're just breathing there into the pecs, the chest, and the upper back. Feel the rise and fall of your backside body with each inhalation. Feel the expansion and the rise. Each exhalation, noticing the softening, the contraction, and the fall. Walk your fingertips over to the right. Let your left palm relax onto the back of your right hand as you breathe here into the left side body. Keep relaxing your left glute toward your left heel. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, slide your left arm underneath, turn your palm up, kind of like thread the needle, but from a child's pose. Opening up to the upper back and shoulder, the scapula. Let the left hand come back forward. Walk it over to the right side of the edge of the mat. And let's do it the other way. Relax your right hip towards your right heel. Creepy crawl your right fingers forward. Breathe to your right side body with the big inhale. Feel the expansion. The exhale softening into contraction. Option to thread the needle on this side. Right arm coming underneath. Rotating towards the back of your skull or the side of the cheek. Combing the muscles of the back of the arm into the shoulder with each passing breath. Come back to center and rise into our table when you're ready. Pressing onto our hands, we'll rise up, finding your tabletop position. Hands under shoulders and hips over knees. Take an easy little wag of the dog to the left and to the right. Move into your circles and dancing lion, forward, back, and around. Take your time. Take a little pause, go the opposite direction. Easy, simple movements. Come on back to center. Let's wave through dog and cat stretch. So tuck your toes under, breathe in, gently arch your back, look up. Exhale, flow it to a cat. Chin to the chest, press to your hands. Inhale, dog spine. Exhale, cat spine. A few more of those at your pace, linking your breath to the movement. Not going fast, not going slow. Just finding what feels good for you. Together, we'll come back to center. Invite your right arm up to the sky. Left hand stays down, right arm floats up. Take your right arm forward, back and around as you move through a little eye of the needle flow. So just kind of freeing up the wing here, checking out what it's like to move to the shoulder. You can trace a line with your neck if you want. So like tracing your fingertips with your neck. So just kind of like following it around here on the right side. If that makes you dizzy, lightheaded, uncomfortable, then just don't do that. Pause and go the opposite direction. Same arm, you're just going the other way. Pause, reach up to your right fingers at the top. We'll thread the needle from here. On the exhalation, float it through. Right arm goes underneath. Left hand goes forward. This time you're going to keep your hips stacked over your knees. Rotate towards the back of your skull and breathe into your shoulder. Breathe into your neck. Breathe into where you feel it, to where you need it. Together we'll release that, pressing your left hand down. Reach your right arm to the sky, nice and tall. Nice work. Nice from here. Right arm goes forward, the left leg goes back. You're finding a nice little bird dog here. So right arm is extended forward, left leg's extended back. We're finding a table bounce. We'll take 3 of those crunches to activate. Take a big inhale. Exhale, crunch it up. Knee to the nose, round your back, round low belly. Inhale, we reach long. Exhale, we crunch strong. Inhale, we reach long. Exhale, crunch strong. Right arm forward, left leg back. Right palm down, float your left foot up between your hands. We'll do a lunge on the left side today, stacking your palms on top of the left thigh, pelvic floor up and in, reach to the crown of your head, and as you breathe in, extend your arms up to where you want them. Softening into your front knee, lifting to your chest, leaning back with your breath. Take your arms out nice and wide. We'll find 3 breaths of joy. Take an inhalation here. Exhale, hug it in nice and strong. Inhale, reach it wide open. Exhale, bring it in. Maybe other arm on top. Breathing in, we open up. Exhale, we hug it up. Inhale, we open up. And then we'll move ourselves into our hamstring stretch. Hands go down to the surface. Shift the weight back and find the breath into the back of your left leg. Simply folding over the left leg, shifting your weight back and breathing into your left glute, your hamstring, maybe even down into the calf, wherever you are. We'll take one more breath here. And then together we'll shift our weight back forward, coming into a twist. Right hand's going to be the anchor point underneath our right shoulder. Tuck your back toes under if you want to, and dragonfly twist as you breathe in. Reach your left arm to the sky. Inhale, we find length through the crown of the head. Exhale, we turn, twist, reach through our fingers. Breathing in, you lengthen. Breathing out, you twist. Breathing in, you lengthen. Breathing out, you twist. One more breath. Nice and easy, taking the hands down onto the ground. And we're going to come back into our first downward facing dog from there. So step your left leg back to meet your right. Find your downward facing dog and invite a little paddle of the legs as you spread your fingers wide. Just simply bending to the left knee and the right knee, letting your head hang heavily, pressing your chest towards your bent knees. Nice job, everyone. Shift the weight forward for plank. Use your knees if you'd like. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, coming back through a table into your downward facing dog one more time. Just getting that little flow of breath in your vinyasa. And then your knees back down onto the surface. Take a little shake left and right before we begin that flow on the left side. Let's begin by pressing our right hand to the ground and reaching our left arm up to the air. Breathe it in. Eye of the needle, pump your left arm forward, back and around. Again, you can trace your fingers like you had sparklers coming out of it, maybe, with your gaze. Pause, move the same arm the other way. Pause, reach your left hand to the sky. Exhale, when ready, float your left arm underneath you. Let's come into thread the needle. Nice, hips over knees, left arm underneath, right arm extended forward and breathing to the back of your left shoulder. Again, here you can rotate more towards the back of the skull, if it's available to you, of course. Together, the right hand back under shoulder. Inhale, left arm to sky. Breathe in, reach up. Transitioning, the left arm going forward, planting through your right hand, your right foot going back. Your core active, your heels strong, your breath in. Exhale, crunch, knee to the nose, round your back. Inhale, bring it out. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, out. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, out. Left hand down, right foot replaces your right hand, and we're back here for a lunge on the second side. Right leg is forward, breath comes in, pelvic floor is strong, Mula Bandha. Draw it up and in as you reach with your hands and find your lunge. Find the arm version, or variation, I should say, that feels good for you in this moment. Nice work from here. Breath of joy, arms out wide, breathe in. Exhale, hug it in strong. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we hug. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we hug. Gently take your hands down. Shift your weight back. Breathe here to the back of your right leg. Is simply folding over your leg, finding your breath into your hamstring, to your glute, to where you feel it. Together, let's shift the weight back forward. Bring your knee over your ankle. Dragonfly twist, left hand down under shoulder. As you inhale, tuck your back toes under and peel your right arm up to the sky as you lengthen through the crown of your head. Inhale, together, we lengthen to the crown. Exhale, together, we strengthen, we twist, we open. Breathing in, find length. Breathing out, reach and twist. Find length, inhale. Twist, exhale. One more breath. Nice. Together from there, transition the hands down. Let's step ourselves back into a plank pose. From this plank pose, we'll lower down through chaturanga. Exhale, lower. Inhale to your upward dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Chest to thighs, head hangs. Breath in and breath out. Walk your feet to your hands. As we arrive to the top of our space, we hanging down in a ragdoll pose. So let yourself come into your forward fold. Hanging on down there, grabbing for your ups elbows. Taking a little sway in your fold. Have your knees bent. Head hangs. Sway left, sway right. And then from there, hands on hips, stomach in, flat back. Inhale to standing. Slight back bend, if that's feeling good for you. Nice arms by your sides. Empty out your coat sleeves, left and right. Left and right. Nice job, everybody. From there, we'll come to the top. As you inhale, bring your arms up to the sky nice and tall. Gently let your right hand grab your left wrist. Anchor to your feet, reach through your hands. Take your hips left and your upper body right. Just a little standing half moon. Sternum lifts, arms go back. Notice that stretch through your whole left side. If you'd like, you can bring your left knee behind your right knee, make a little kickstand, and you find a little bit of extra stretch there through your left side. Come back through center, feet together, switch your grip. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hips right, upper body left. Right knee behind your left knee. Find that big breath stretch and sensation here on this side. Sternum lifted, arms by ears, long, steady inhale. Slow, steady exhale. Together, back to center. Exhale, hands to your heart, forward fold, come down. Together, halfway lift, inhalation. Exhale, hands down. Let's step or jump back to your plank. You can go through your Vinyasa flow, elbows in, hug it in. Find your up dog on the inhalation. The down dog on the exhalation. Nice work. Inhale, right leg to the sky. You can have your left knee on the ground if you prefer. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Draw your right heel to your glute and start to make some circles with your right leg. Close up through your hip, breathe in. Exhale, float your right foot between your hands. Let's spin the back heel down. Come on up for your warrior one. Inhale, let's rise. Allowing for your left hip to come forward, your right hip to come back, your breath to be full, your spine to be tall. Maybe rotate the pinkies inward a little bit. Create that little broadening sensation through the upper back and shoulders, kind of like a cat spine, just like a slight upper back and shoulder sensation. It's this, for me, it's that same sensation of protracting through my shoulders and opening up here when I spin the arm bones forward. Nice. Together from there, let's interlace your fingers back behind you. Draw your knuckles to your heel. Lift through your chest, breathe in deep, lengthen your neck back if that feels good, drawing the shoulder blades back together. Humble warrior if it's calling you. Right shoulder inside the knee, arms coming over. Nice, both hands to the ground. Let's go all 10 toes, turn them over to the side. You're just coming into a wide leg fold. Thighs contracted, you bend into your right knee, you bend into your left knee, you go side to side. Check out the sensation that runs here from the inner groins here, from the adductor muscles down to the insides of the knees or the backs of the legs. Down into the calves as you move left and move right. Letting the breath kind of guide you side to side. And together, twisting with your left hand under your nose and your right arm to the sky as you breathe in. We'll peel the right arm into the sky. Strong breaths, long breaths, in and out through your nose. We'll switch it up when you're ready. Right hand going down, left arm to the sky. Just easy from your wide-legged fold, stretching up and down and twisting open. Left hand goes down and bring your hands to your waist. Stomach in with an inhalation and a flat back. Rise tall to standing. Take an easy back bend here. Then we'll slide into warrior two. Invite your right leg, your right foot forward, and your left toes back. So your right toes foot forward. Align the heel of your right foot with the arch of your left foot. Take your arms out, ride that wave into warrior two. Easy from there, straighten your front leg. Slide your left hand to your left knee, reach your right arm back. Option to reach your left arm around your back towards your right inner thigh for that lazy little half bind. Option to bring your right hand behind your head, looking for Gomukhasana arms, like you're doing cow arms, cow face arms. Nice, coming back towards your warrior two as you're preparing for side angle. From here, you can align your right elbow onto your right thigh and your left bicep over your ear. Again, if you're feeling the bind action today, left hand can just start behind your back. That's a half bind. If you want to go for more, right hand underneath your thigh, you reach your fingers together at the middle of your thigh. I really love the left side body stretch, just lengthening through my left side. Put the bicep over the ear. On the exhale, look down. On the inhale, return home to the top. Come on back up. Beautiful job. Let's do a little balance from here, yeah? I'm like I'm talking to someone. I'm talking to y'all, but like someone's gonna call and respond to me. Grab a block. Kathy has a block. Grab your block. Grab your block. Good call, Kath. Okay, so you're gonna do right. Start it in your hand is a really great choice. Other options, you can just set it here because you know where you're gonna land on it, but it's really nice to have it in your hand. And depending on the height, I always like to have it on the high side because I'm extra tight and it just works for me. So left hand on your hip, right arm forward. Bend into the right knee. Let yourself float down. Let the block plant down where it's going to land. Right? It's easier now, and then you float the left leg into the sky. Option stay here. Option left hand floats to sky as well. Option to remove the block, let the right hand go closer to the surface, or even float fingertips off the ground. Last option is to take your right leg and float your foot off the ground. Smiling is helpful. Float back where you came from to like a warrior two-ish kind of shape. Nice. From there, we'll cartwheel our hands down into a pyramid pose. So you're gonna bring your hands here, you're gonna walk your back foot up a few inches. Then you're gonna cartwheel your hands down, frame your front foot with your hands, or take your hands beyond your toes. You're gonna find pyramid here. And you're just breathing here into the back of your right leg. So it's like 3 feet distance between my feet. I'm feeling my hips like they're square towards the front and then down towards the mat. Nice. And then when you're ready to release that, you're going to walk yourself back into a plank. So take your time just to kind of get your hands oriented. Walk yourself back into a plank position. Hands strong, core strong, hips high. And then you're going to lower down through your chaturanga. Use your elbows to ribs always. Never want to wing them out. You want to keep them in tight. Flow to your up dog or your cobra. Flow to your down dog or your puppy pose. That's the one. Okay, nice job, everyone. We're going to do that same flow on the other side, obviously. And then we'll slow down from there. Left leg to sky, breathe in. Heel to glute. Wiggle the left leg around, circle it around, make some circles there. Close up through your hip, breathe in. Exhale, float your left foot between your hands. Back heel goes down. Warrior one, rise tall. So finding your warrior one. Again, your hips towards the front, your back thigh contracted, your outer edge of your foot pressing, and you're breathing here. Nice. Together from there. Hands back behind you. Put the other thumb on top, let's call it the unnatural way. Drawing the knuckles towards the heel, lifting through the chest, lengthen your neck back. Breathe in deep, soften. Breathe in deep again. On the exhale, come over to your humble warrior. Drawing the arms over the head as you press through your back arch, your back heel. Maybe even the inner arch lifts of the right leg a little bit. Hands going down, all 10 toes to the side. We're back in our wide leg fold. And then explore your wide leg fold to wherever you want to go. If you liked the twisting option the first time, do it again. I'm feeling a goddess pose option today because I'm in a wide leg kind of stance. You can always do a malasana, like a different squat. You can always stand on your head. My goddess pose is a lazy like goddess pose today. It's okay. There's no judgment in this practice, not from me, not from your peers, let's just work to not have that from ourselves either. Each and every practice, we just show up with the best intentions, doing the best we can with what we have to work with for the day. When we're ready to come out of here, let's do so by bringing our hands to waist. Inhale, flat back. If you're down in a low position, engage through your core and come to a tall standing position. Enjoy that easy little back bend here. We'll come to center. Nice, turn our left toes out. And let's find our warrior two, left side. So heel of left foot, arch of right foot. Bending into this knee here, pelvic floor up and in, crown is tall, arms go out. Gazing over the middle finger of your left hand, staying anchored, rooted, grounded here. Deep breaths roll in. Long breaths roll out. Nice and easy from there, right palm to the thigh. Walk your right toes up a few inches, straighten your leg, and reach your left arm back. Nice, coming from here, back to your side angle, left elbow to the thigh, right bicep over your ear, reach your fingers long. If you did the half bind option or a full bind option on the first side, give it a whirl here again. Even though I forgot to tell you to do it on the last pose. Hopefully you remembered. On the exhalation, we'll look down, and on the inhalation, we'll come back to the top. Nice, grab your yoga block. Let's move it into Ardha Chandrasana, our balance pose for our practice today. Maybe walk your back foot up a few inches. Bend into your left knee, right hand to your hip. Extend your left arm forward. Press from your back foot, float to your front leg. Let your left block or your left hand plant, working into your balance. The tendency is to collapse forward, draw your pelvic floor up and press through your left foot, roll your right shoulder back on top of your left. And if you fall out like me, that's okay. You just hop back in, anchor back to your breath and try again. Gracefully float back where you came from. Nice work, nice work, nice work. Let's go hands to hips. Square your hips around towards the front. Nice, bring your arms to the sky for your pyramid. On the exhale, hinge from your waist forward, fold over the leg, come on down. Didn't give you that many cues on the first side because I had a giant cramp. So there's that. Full disclosure, I'm a human just like y'all. Things happen along the way, but we just come back to our breath, and that's what I was able to do, and then soften into it. Space opens back up, and we proceed forward. One breath at a time. Nice. From here, hands are down. Step your right foot back, left foot back. Plank pose, last vinyasa of the practice. Elbows to ribs, lower chaturanga. Inhalation, upward dog. Exhalation, downward dog. Nice. From your down dog, we're going to come here into a Sphinx posture. So shift forward to a plank, lower back down with your knees, just coming into your Sphinx pose. So we're doing a little combination of postures. Some of my favorites, actually. We are going to do that armpit block like we did last week, wedging the armpit here into our right side, putting our weight there. But then from there, we're going to do the half frog and the spinal twist from the frog. So trust that it's going to feel amazing in these three connected postures we'll do together. We'll begin by taking the armpit block. So you're going to take the block on the second height, and do it on the left side first. So you're going to roll onto your side. Nice. Remember, you're going to make a little shelf like with your hand, like you're a model. You're going to allow for this little block to be right here. Let the weight of the hips be heavy. Easy here on the tissues. Making that little kickstand. Let the hips settle. Let the breath settle. If there's resistance there, see if you can breathe in and slow down. See if you can just invite this intention of slowing down, melting into this space, opening up that freedom space through our pecs and our chest, through our shoulders. Let the body be heavy, the facial muscles be soft. If it's spicy, just see if you can slow down even more. You can take a little pressure off by pressing some energy into your right hand to give yourself a little reprieve if it's too much. And then your option to kind of shear and rock forward and rock back slightly there, right? So when you come forward, you're pressing into the pec and to the chest a little bit. You can kind of let yourself just hang there and breathe. That's okay. If you rock back, you're getting more onto the outer edge of the scapula. And we're just looking for information, as my teacher calls it, my friend Erica calls it, right? Just looking for information. Notice if you're feeling sensation and tingling into your elbows, into your fingers, that's okay. It's part of the experience. A few more breaths here. Longer exhalation sends the signal to the vagus nerve, which regulates the nervous system, to it sends a signal that everything's okay. Takes us out of that fight or flight into rest and digest. Longer exhalations. Deeper exhalations. Press onto your forearm and release this yoga block out from underneath there. Just coming into crocodile. So forehead onto the back of your hands. The body weight of the front side body is settled to the surface. And then bring your left leg out to 90 degrees, like half frog from your belly on the left side. So left leg goes out. We're looking for that little bit of sensation here on the inner groin, the adductor muscle here on the left side. You can take your arms out like a T with your right cheek on the ground. You can also just bring your forehead to rest on a block or a bolster, or the block kind of like a pillow if you want to prop your neck up higher. Everybody's preference is a little bit different. All right, in this fun little transition, you're going to bring your right arm kind of underneath. So kind of like you're coming onto the back of your right shoulder, letting your right arm come underneath, and you're going to peel your left arm up and around, kind of like all of a sudden you're landing in a spine twist. Adjust yourself. You might need to move your hips a little bit towards the left edge of your yoga mat. But all of a sudden, you're in a spinal twist. We've worked a lot on the shoulders today, the armpit, the neck, the chin. So hopefully we're able to rotate into this with a little more ease than a typical class. Let's come on back around. Left arm goes down, press it down. Right arm coming back into a sphinx. So you come back to your forearms, draw the left leg in. You're back here to a sphinx. Lift up through your chest. Just take a breath, feel the expansion, feel the openness, and feel the sensation, the difference between left side, right side, upper back and shoulder area for sure. And then we'll take that same 3 postures onto the other side. When you're ready for it, we'll begin by placing the armpit underneath here on the right side. So my back's going to be to the camera. That's okay. And just kind of snuggle up here. Again, your left hand can brace and place it, just left hand down, kind of like by the yoga block for a little bit of pressure there. If it's a lot to begin with, you can always put a blanket over your block if you need that sensation. Remember, if you have those cork blocks, you always want to use the blanket. And then if you're adding the shearing effect by going forward and back, that is cool too. So these myofascial release postures that we've been inserting lately help with circulation, increase range of motion, allowing for the connective tissue to glide easier over our muscles, creating a freedom space and fluidity here. Through our continued intention and openness to this new modality we've been dabbling in lately. And reminding ourselves, as always, it's the breath that allows for the magic to happen. It's the intention behind the action. There was a little study. I was reading an article the other day about myofascial release, and there was a study done by people that were doing the myofascial release postures, the trigger points and the modality, but they had no intention in mind. Like they were doing it watching television, for an example, or doing it with combined with another activity. And the benefit that they received on a like a cellular level, neurological level, was nothing compared to the folks that did this practice in a mindful way. And so when we allow ourselves to feel what we feel and to be open to it, to release what we don't need, that's where the magic is happening. We're really paying attention. Let's release from here, taking the block out from underneath us. Settling on down to our crocodile. Guide your right leg out. So right leg coming on out. Hip height. Let the inner right knee settle down towards the surface. Can extend. So we're looking for our half frog pose. Taking our our arms out to the side like that T shape if we want to let our chests settle on down to the ground. Take a breath or two here just to breathe into the front side of your right hip, the inner groin. Let the facial muscles be soft. And we'll slide the left arm underneath. So with the left arm, bring it underneath. Think like thread the needle. Did this twice, or it's the third time we've come onto the back of the shoulder today. And from here, you can peel the right arm around like you're moving into your spinal twist. But you got to play with it, right? So I'm going to wiggle my left leg forward so more of the heel of my left foot is still in alignment with the crown of my head, more or less. Slowly take your time to come back around. Come back to your Sphinx. Just back to your Sphinx pose here. And then just nice and easy, we're going to take ourselves onto our backside. So just kind of roll on over, come on to your backside, hug your knees into your chest. Rock it to the left, rock it to the right. Just kind of hugging it in there. Nice job, everybody. Take a little bridge pose here to release our hips. If you have a yoga block, as you all do today, you can slide that underneath your hips for a little release here. If you don't have a yoga block that you wanted to use for this, you can just simply elevate your hips and then interlace your fingers underneath you, drawing your knuckles forward and grabbing around your ankles. Find a breath or two here. And together we'll lower down from our bridge pose. Nice hugging the knees into the chest. Let's place your left foot flat onto the surface, your right leg extended to the sky. Interlace your fingers behind your right hamstring or your right calf muscle. Then draw your face towards your right shin. Flex your toes to your nose. If that doesn't feel great for your neck, leave the back of the head onto the ground. Nice. Let the right foot come down. Extend your left leg to the sky. Same thing on this slide, sliding your hands up to wherever's most comfortable for you. Mine's behind my thigh in this moment. It's a lot of sensation here. If you got tight hamstrings like me, keep the crest of the hips, like your hips, just rested onto the ground. Flex the left toes to the nose. Keep pressing through your heel. Letting the shoulders relax and breathing here. Peel the back of the head from the surface and draw your face towards your shin or towards your knee or wherever is best for you if you want. Slowly placing the left foot onto the surface. Windshield wipe your legs to the left to the right. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out. You can place your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your belly. Notice the quiet space between the words here as we wind our practice down today. The freedom space that we've created through our neck, our shoulders, whole body, top to bottom, inside out, bones to skin and fingers to toes. And closing up through your butterfly and extending your legs straight for your final resting pose today. Just like we began our practice today in Savasana, we're sealing our practice today here in Savasana for 3 minutes of silence to soak up all the wonderful benefits that we're certainly worthy of receiving. Physically strong, flexible, emotionally balanced, anchored, and grounded, mentally free today. Just let the breath do whatever it needs to do or wants to do. The physical body to be heavy to the surface. And just being right here. And just nice and easy, and just nice and slow, we'll start to bring our awareness back to our body. Just gently wiggling your fingers a little bit and wiggling your toes. You can take your arms over your head, stretch it out from your fingers to your toes, reach it out nice and long. Hug your knees on into your chest. Give it a little rock to the left and to the right. We'll come on over onto the right side and then back to a seated position where we began, or where we'll seal our practice today, I should say. Here at a seated spot, just finding a cross-legged position, tall spine, relaxed shoulders. Together, bring your hands to your heart, your thumbs to sternum, and chin to chest. Take this moment to bow to the light, to honor the light within you, and to recognize that's the same light within each of us, and that life is made of small moments like these. Thanks for being here today to share your practice and your energy. We appreciate you. I'll invite everybody to bow and say namaste. Thank you for joining for practice today. It's always a pleasure to be a guide on your path. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and find everything you need inside of this Next Level Yoga community app, and this community in general. It's always nice to be with you. See you soon.